get to weather. It is a big talker tonight. We were talking about some of interstate closed, and we can see the flurries in Rochester. I was just at Mayo Civic Center. A lot of those folks having to drive home tonight after these games.
Yeah, and it's kind of been wild just kind of seeing how the overall progression of the snow from that rain changeover happening here across the board. We have some snow happening now in Rochester and across much of the area, in fact, and kind of watching it on the Department of Transportation cameras. It really got bad along Interstate 35, especially around Owatonna and Faribault here in the last couple of hours. And what's making it really worse here tonight is the wind, and that's why we have blizzard warnings going into effect for tonight into tomorrow morning. This is the potential wind gusts here at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So as you're waking up, we're talking about winds gusting. You might even get woken up by some of these wind gusts over 50, getting closer to 60 miles per hour across portions of Iowa. Into southern Minnesota, we're looking at winds gusting up over into the upper 40s to lower 50 mile per hour range. So very strong winds are expected in combination to the heavy snow. As we look live right now, these are, two cameras only about 40 minutes apart. This is I-35 near Owatonna. Heavy snow coming down, strong winds already. Rochester, roads are wet. There's snow coming down. It's going to get worse, though, as we go through the next couple of hours, especially after midnight and from there on out through tomorrow morning. And same thing for North Iowa. Starting to see those roads getting a little bit worse here around Mason City, back to the west around Algona. And it gets only worse the further west you go, where we have the purple. No travel advised for those areas in purple, Mankato, back into North Iowa for Spencer, Northwest Iowa, and the red. Those are closures. Part of Interstate 90 from Laverne, Minnesota to just east of Blue Earth is closed for the time being for the foreseeable future until conditions improve here by tomorrow. Because we have blizzard warnings in effect tonight into tomorrow morning, into actually the early afternoon hours until 3 p.m. is that blizzard warning. The snow will end by around noon, but the winds are still going to be pretty fierce, allowing for blizzard conditions to still be possible. As we look at the radar picture right now, we still have rain for Preston, Decorah, and down to the south. We have all snow. Now that it's snow, it's not going to change back to rain. It's going to stay snow. Mason City, Albert Lea, Austin, Rochester, Owatonna. But notice this darker blue, this banding that's happening here. That's the heavy snow that's going to really set up here for tonight and continue through the overnight hours. All that moisture wrapping into this big storm system that's been really producing a lot of widespread weather. Blizzard conditions here for us, severe weather across the south, and high winds for much of the central part of the U.S. And as we track the snow here on Future Track, what I'm also putting on here is the possible wind gusts at the same time. So we have snow here at midnight, winds gusting up to 35, 40 miles per hour, low to mid 40s in North Iowa, even some gusts getting closer to 50 around Algona. And then the snow continues, and we're still talking about winds getting higher here by tomorrow morning, gusting up over 40 miles per hour, if not over 50 for some locations. So our snowfall forecast has been changed just a little bit, dropping our snowfall totals down across northeastern Iowa, some warmer air kind of mixing in, but still looking at a general 4 to 8 inches of snowfall here for most of the area by tomorrow morning. You're going to be out measuring some of that snowfall. You can always send a measurement for your city or town to us. Just send it via email, weather@kimt.com. So again, blizzard warnings in effect for tomorrow morning into the early afternoon. Better conditions by Thursday. Another chance for snow here on Friday. And then as we look ahead to the weekend, we're talking about warming temperatures, Cammie, back into the 30s. So that snow's going to melt, especially with those 50s next week.